There is no denying that Ricky Gervais is one of the most well-known comedians in the world, regardless of whether you like his comedic style or find it offensive. His followers view his comments as the epitome of stinging satire and British wit, yet, akin to any edgy humor, he frequently blurs the lines between good taste and inappropriateness. The comedian and actor from the United Kingdom is known for his boldness, bluntness, and seeming lack of fear when it comes to giving his opinions on any subject, regardless of how controversial or harsh they may appear to be. Recently, Gervais released his new Netflix special Supernature on May 24th, stirring controversy once again by mocking transsexual women. That time, he upset the Golden Globes. Why did Ricky Gervais repeatedly return to host the Golden Globes, despite criticism of his jokes? It's not exactly a secret that Gervais' contempt for Hollywood is well known. On several instances, the English comedian has expressed his disapproval of the entertainment business in a manner that is clearly audible to the public. When he accepted the invitation to host the Golden Globe Awards for a fifth time, it was evident from his previous performance that he would not hold back on some controversial jokes. This was due in large part to his previous performance. Gervais ridiculed a number of the most prominent figures in Hollywood during his opening speech. These individuals included Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese, and James Corden, as well as Prince Andrew, the late Jeffrey Epstein, and even the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Uncensored comments at the awards event elicited uncomfortable stares and more awkward chuckles than laughter from the audience. A video went viral on the internet, showing Tom Hanks pursing his lips and appearing to take offense at the jokes made by Ricky Gervais. Following the interview, Hanks shared his thoughts with the media, saying, "We remember when Ricky Gervais was a slightly overweight but very kind comedian." Tim Allen, who was also sharing the mic, continued by saying, "Neither of which he is now," putting down the royal family. In what ways does Gervais's upbringing in the working class shape his views on the monarchy in the United Kingdom? Closer to home, Gervais also takes pleasure in insulting the royal family of the United Kingdom. In 2018, following the release of the New Year's honors list, the comedian took to Twitter with a furious message, warning the royal family to shove the knighthood. The comedian reacted angrily to the exclusion of his name from the announced list. In his candid tweet, he discussed how being the son of an immigrant laborer meant he would never receive an official honor, and he had no desire for one. It goes without saying that the general public was not happy. An annoyed user of social media said, "Have you actually been offered either?" in response to the question, as reported by the British newspaper Daily Star. "We should reserve it for individuals who genuinely make a difference." Another user said, "It is reasonable to obtain one for the purpose of protecting animals and ensuring their welfare." However, there seems to be a slight excess of humor in this statement. Let's try to be fair. Calling out the Catholic Church. What kinds of dangers does a comedian face when tackling difficult themes in a public setting, such as the scandals involving the Catholic Church? Gervais has shown that he does not exclude anybody, even the Catholic Church, despite the fact that he continues to make jokes about the royal family and Hollywood celebrities. Speaking about Spotlight, a true story about Boston-based journalists who exposed massive cover-ups of sexual abuse within the Catholic Church, Gervais decided to specifically mention religion during his speech at the 2016 Golden Globes. As an open atheist, he decided to include a mention of religion in his speech. There has been a nomination for the Outstanding Spotlight Award. It's true. While Gervais was presenting the awards ceremony, he made the following statement on stage. "The Catholic Church is furious about the video because it exposes the fact that 5% of all their priests have repeatedly molested children and been allowed to continue working without punishment. By bringing up Roman Polanski, the notorious film director suspected of several alleged sexual offenses against minors during filming, he fanned the flames. The crowd was shocked and uncomfortable as they listened to the punchline, which said that Roman Polanski had referred to it as the best date movie ever. Transphobic tweets. Do comedians like Gervais have to face penalties for making jokes that are considered provocative, or does the right to freedom of expression safeguard their act? Despite the criticism Gervais is facing for his transphobic jokes in his latest Netflix special, the British comedian has faced significant controversy in 2019, which is not unexpected. Variety reports that J.K. Rowling faced criticism for sending numerous transphobic tweets after he expressed support for Maya Forstater, a researcher who faced dismissal for asserting that a person cannot change their biological sex. Some of the tweets that he made were derogatory toward transgender people. On Twitter, Gervais directed his comments against the transgender community. He said, "Those awful biological women can never understand what it must be like for you to become a lovely lady so late in life." Gervais' post specifically targeted the transgender community. They take the feminine perks that they have for granted. There are women who excel in sports and enjoy private restrooms. However, I have reached my limit. Internet users were not pleased. One of the users also highlighted the potential harm transphobia may cause to individuals. Gervais responded to the question by saying, "I also make jokes about AIDS, cancer, famine, and the Holocaust. Such items do cause a certain amount of damage. However, jokes do not. A pleasant day to you." Defending Chris Rock's Oscars joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Is it your opinion that jokes, regardless of how inappropriate they may be, should not trigger a violent response, as Ricky Gervais suggested? The idea that jokes, regardless of how inappropriate they may be, should not trigger violent reprisal is something that Ricky Gervais advocates for. Will Smith shocked the entire world by slapping comedian Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife's baldness. It seems that Rock was unaware that his wife suffers from alopecia. In spite of the fact that Smith was unquestionably in the wrong, several members of the audience pointed out that Rock's joke about someone's sickness was absolutely in terrible taste. However, Gervais was of the opposite opinion, and he was delighted to express it on the matter. Complex reported that Gervais clarified his position by saying, "You don't hit people over a joke, regardless of how bad it is. It wasn't even that horrible. That was the mildest joke I could have ever made for the entire world." However, the British comic sparked controversy when he denied claims that Rock was mocking alopecia, a condition Pinkett Smith was suffering from at the time. Gervais responded by saying, "Someone mentioned that the joke was about her disability. Well, I'm getting a little bit thinner," he observed, pointing to his hair before continuing. "So I have a disability. It means that I can now park right next to Tesco without any problems. In addition, I am overweight. Do you agree that obesity is a disease? I'm losing hair and gaining weight." Complex stated that he should receive benefits. Once again, a firestorm erupted over Gervais's social media replies. However, if we had to speculate on how the comic from The Office might respond, we would suggest that he probably doesn't care all that much. Your support keep us going. Like, share, and subscribe for more.